The Dictionary of Real Estate Appraisal, Chapter S, page 207. Safe rate. The minimum required rate of return on invested capital. Theoretically, the difference between the total rate of return and the safe rate is considered a premium to compensate the investor for risk, the burden of management, and the illiquidity of the capital invested, also called riskless rate or relatively riskless rate. Sale contract. A written document signed by a buyer and a seller who agree to the transfer of ownership of real property, also called agreement of sale or earnest money contract. See also contract date. Sale leaseback. A transaction in which real estate is sold by its owner/user, who simultaneously leases the property from the buyer for continued use. Under this arrangement, the seller receives cash from the transaction and the buyer is assured a tenant. Sale price. C. Price. Sales breakpoint. C. Breakpoint. Sales commission. A fee paid to the salesperson or broker who arranges for the sale of property, generally expressed as a percentage of the sales price. Sales comparison approach. The process of deriving a value indication for the subject property by comparing sales of similar properties to the property being appraised, identifying appropriate units of comparison and making adjustments to the sales prices or unit prices as appropriate of the comparable properties based on relevant market-derived elements of comparison. The sales comparison approach may be used to value improved properties, vacant land, or land being considered as though vacant when an adequate supply of comparable sales is available. Sales ratio study. A ratio study that uses sales prices as proxies for market values, IAAO. Sales rider. An addendum to a sale contract written on a separate piece of paper and attached to the document. Salvage value. The price expected for a whole property, for instance a house, or a part of a property, for instance a plumbing fixture, that is removed from the premises, usually for use elsewhere. Salvage yard. A collection site for discarded or ruined material that may have some recoverable value for component parts or recyclable material. SAM. C. Shared appreciation mortgage. Sandwich interest. C. Sub-leasehold estate. Sandwich lease. A lease in which an intermediate or sandwich leaseholder is the lessee of one party and the lessor of another. The owner of the sandwich lease is neither the fee owner nor the user of the property. He or she may be a leaseholder in a chain of leases, excluding the ultimate sublessee. Sandwich leaseholder. The lessor under a sandwich lease. Sandwich leasehold estate. The interest held by the sandwich leaseholder when the property is subleased to another party, a type of leasehold estate. Satellite cities. Subordinate or bedroom communities in a metropolitan area that have vital economic ties with the central city. Satellite tenant. An intermediate merchant or an affiliate of a national chain who leases a store in a shopping center, as distinguished from a major department store operator, attracted to the shopping center by the presence of a major tenant and the traffic that the major tenant will generate. End of page.